Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I am your host, Mac. Mac! And today we have another installment in the Joe Revisit series with the 1987 film Predator. Now, this one I love to, view year round. It's just, it's excellent. Classic Arnold. Great movie, Alien. And I've said it before, but I love when the alien is actually alien. And this is just, really well done overall. Just an enjoyable ride for sure. So I first saw this film probably mid 90s. I believe I actually saw it around Halloween, which is kind of cool because this reaction should be getting up pretty close to Halloween too, so that'll work out nicely. I'd just like to say that the alien, or Yautja, as some of you may know it as, is just great overall. I mean, the whole idea of the alien culture being based entirely around hunting is just such a cool idea, and you can do a whole lot with it. And yeah, they really do in this first film. I've seen all the other films, some of them were pretty good. I've seen the latest one, it was decent. But I think the original is still the top of the heap for sure. But, I don't want to prolong this one too much. If you haven't seen this one for whatever reason, it's almost Halloween, so you got a perfect excuse to finally watch it if you haven't. And yep, don't want to prolong this one too much. Just want to say remember to blank, blank, and blank. Got a ton of traction for the channel. We're over 300 subscribers right now, which is awesome. More of that, please. And yeah, not going to prolong it. We're just going to get right into the movie. I love how it bleeds off into the darkness.
This cabinet minister, does he always travel on the wrong side of the border?
Apparently they strayed off course, and we're fairly certain they're in guerrilla hands.
Dylan!
Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. Great actor.
Bitch.
So amazing. Love the machismo here.
Had enough? Make it easy on yourself, Dutch. Okay. But did know when to quit, huh?
Simple setup. One-day operation. We pick up their trail at the chopper, run them down, grab those hostages, and bounce back across the border before anybody knows we were there.
Little Richard. Probably gonna have to mute this, but it's still a good song. Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura was an actual Navy SEAL.
Who's our backup?
No such thing, old buddy. This is a one-way ticket. Once we cross that border, we're on our own.
This is getting better by the minute.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here. This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
Strap this on your sore-ass plane.
The guy shaving is Bill Duke. Very good actor, also stuntman too. He's been in a ton of movies over the years. There's the helicopter.
Heat-seeker, Dylan. That's pretty sophisticated for a bunch of half-ass mountain boys.
Major! I guess they're getting better equipped every day.
There were 12 guerrillas. They took the 2 men from the helicopter. But there's something else.
What do you mean?
6 men wearing U.S.-issued Army boots. They came in from the north, and then they followed the guerrillas.
Probably just another rebel patrol. They operate in here all the time.
Yeah, a lot of this story not making sense so far. Takes a lot to freak him out. Dog tag.
Jim Harper. I knew this man. Green Berets out of Fort Bragg. Now what the hell were they doing here?
I don't know, Dutch. This is inhuman. Nobody told me there was an operation in this area. They shouldn't have been here.
Somebody sent them.
Ain't no way for no soldier to die.
Strange, Major. There was a firefight. They were shooting in all directions.
Can't believe that Jim Harper walked in an ambush.
I don't believe he did. I can't find a single track. Just doesn't make sense. Payback time.
M134 again. We just did Terminator 2, so very fitting. Back-to-back M134s. Ooh. I love the point of view from the Predator, the Yautja. His infrared vision is so cool.
You're ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you. Real quiet. Leave you here. Got that?
Bill Duke. Russians back in this rebel group in South America.
Killed one of the hostages. We move. Mac, Blaine, the nest. Billy, Pancho, the guard. Hawkins, Dillon, back up. As soon as they're set, I hit the fuel dump.
Just about time for some classic over-the-top 80s action. Ooh. Spots the tripwire. So good. Creating the mother of all distractions.
Showtime, kid.
It's completely overmatched. Nice.
Get that load!
Stick around.
I love the cheese.
Knock, knock.
Bye-bye, Ruski.
From the looks of it, our cabinet minister was CIA. Another thing, Major, we were lucky. Other guys we waxed, Russian military advisors. Something pretty big was gonna happen here.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Oh. Okay. You got time to duck?
This is what you're looking for.
You said it's all bullshit. All of it. The cabinet minister, the whole business. Got us in here to do your dirty work.
Look, we just stopped a major invasion. In 3 days, they'd have been across the border with this stuff.
Why us?
Because nobody else could have pulled it off. Look, we've been looking for this place for months. My men were in that chopper when it got hit. Hopper's orders were to go in and get my men, and he disappeared.
He didn't disappear. He was skinned alive.
And my orders were to get somebody and who could crack these bastards.
So he cooked up a story and dropped the 6 of us in a meat grinder.
You're an asset. An expendable asset. And I used you to get the job done. Got it? She'll give away our position any chance she gets. No deal.
You're still under orders, Major.
This is your baggage. You fall behind, and you're on your own.
So it's very important to establish, like, how badass our people are, right? Because now they're about to go up against the Yautja. And as tough as they are, they're about to find out what tough really is.
What? Thanks.
Anytime.
I was going down to my girlfriend. I said to her, "Jeez, you got a big pussy. Jeez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said, "I didn't." See, it's because of the echo. Where
So it's looking for worthy prey, and it's finally found it. Very cool. Man, you can literally see the heat on the camera, and it's like distorting the film like slightly. Because this was filmed somewhere in South America. Really rough on the crew. And the actors, too.
What is wrong with you?
There's something in those trees. I guess it's nothing, Major.
He's got great instincts, but... Here's the chase. I was saying he's got great instincts, but the technology that this thing has is otherworldly, literally, so... How are you going to overcome that with just instinct? That cloaking is unreal. He's taking his trophy.
Isn't there blood?
What the hell did you do to him? Major, you better take a look at this.
Did you find Hawkins?
I can't tell.
Damn.
Where the hell is his body?
There's no sign of it.
I think he gutted him to reduce his weight, so it would be easier for him to, you know, take him up into the trees to take his skull.
¿Qué fue lo que viste? ¿Quién fue? Dime, mujer. ¿Quién fue? Dime.
La selva se lo llevó.
¿Qué?
No sé, no estoy segura, no sé.
She says the jungle. It just came alive and took him. Those sappers have been following us ever since.
Hell, they've been in front of us, man! This one was just running up to us! Why didn't they take his radio or his weapon? Why didn't she escape?
Hopper. What? They did the same thing to Jim Hopper.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
On Hawkins' body found. Sweep pattern. Double back. 50 meters. Let's go.
He's got that energy weapon. It's overpowered as hell. Wounded it. It's a lot of trust right there. Doesn't matter that they can't see anything, they immediately just join in. $2,000 rounds in the minigun.
What happened? I saw it. You saw what? I saw it.
Plain. No powder burns. No shrapnel.
Yeah, it's not shrapnel.
The wounds all fused, cauterized. What the hell could have done this to a man?
Mac. Mac, look at me. Who did this?
I don't know, goddamn. I saw something.
Pretty damn terrifying.
Not a thing. Not a fucking trace. We hit nothing.
Sergeant. Yes, sir. I want a defensive position above that ridge. Mine with everything we've got.
This is what Hopper did too.
Put him in his poncho. Take him with us.
Goodbye, bro.
Alright, now we finally get our look at him. Not fully, but you know, we start to get some questions answered. Its skin looks like that of a crocodile, but it has a humanoid body. This practical work here and this costuming is just so well done. This looks great. It's got its little med kit. I love the metal mask with the dreadlocks.
I only saw one of them camouflaged. He was there. Those eyes disappeared.
What was that?
Those eyes there. They disappeared. I drew down a fire straight at it. Nothing. Nothing on this earth could have lived. Not at that range.
She says the same fucking thing. The jungle, it came alive and took him. Billy, you know something.
I'm scared, Pancho.
Bullshit. You ain't afraid of no man.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man. We're all gonna die.
Whatever it is out there, it killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
I'll come back again, and when it does, I'm gonna cut your name right in two.
Back! Where's the girl?
Ah, shit. Why didn't you try to get away?
Look at her. She's scared out of her mind.
Lane's body. It's gone.
Came in through the tripwires. Took it right out from under our noses.
Came in to get the body. He's killing us one at a time.
Like a hunter.
Yeah. He's got it.
He's using the trees. Yesterday, what did you see? You're wasting your time. No more games.
I don't know what it was.
Go on.
It changed colors. Like the chameleon. It uses the jungle.
Anna, this thing is hunting us. All of us.
The rendezvous is 10 to 12 miles away from here. You think the chopper's gonna wait?
Dylan, we make a stand now, or there will be nobody left to go to the chopper.
You must have wounded it. Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I love that line. It's very primal, but also very logical.
You really think this Boy Scout bullshit's gonna work?
It can see our tripwires. Maybe it can't see this. Instead of complaining, maybe you should help.
It's a lot of muscle right there.
El diablo cazador de hombres.
The demon that makes trophies of man. So it has done this before, and it has had its influence on human culture.
Shit!
Oh boy. Took a log right to the ribs. Look at the way it's moving. Here we go.
On his feet, get to the chopper. Right. Hold it, Dutch. I'm going after Mac. Just hold on to that damn chopper. He's busted up pretty bad, Major.
I can make it. I can make it.
All his ribs are broken. This plan would have worked, but the infrared just gives them supreme advantage. You're not going to sneak up on them as you are now. It's a damn shame. It's like taunting him with Mac's voice. Rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Honestly, probably the most well-known thing about this movie is that line. Really, Dutch survives this just by dumb luck. He just so happened to, run away in a direction that leads to a cliff, that leads to a body of water where there's mud. Otherwise, he was done for right here. Arnold does his own stunts. That's really him jumping. Good stuff. You can see his outline, but you can't see the heat from him. Yep, it's time to MacGyver our way out of this problem. Setting a nice counterweight. Yep, it's got all its trophies. I love this primal roar. It's a great way to kick things off. It's heating up his blades, getting them ready. I love this shot. How it's just right there. Yep. One nice clean shot as it's illuminated by the fire. Just firing blind. What a light show. No more stealth for you. I love this little trap it sets. Where it's got the blood trail. Thinking he's just going to go in and finish it off. It's very smart. Very nice. I like how that lights up with the darkness. All his mud washes off. Just looking at the new nice skull it's about to collect. The reveal. Man, that looks so good.
Bad idea.
Man, just manhandling Arnold. It's pretty insane. It's like a boy fighting a man. How much of a mismatch this is.
Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty smart too.
Kill me. I'm here. Kill me. I'm here. Kill me. Come on. Kill me. I'm here.
Counterweight log right over top of it. Lucky. Thing gets its skull cracked open and it still isn't dead.
What the hell are you?
Yep, reducing itself over time. Sounds exactly what it is. That sinister laugh. It's been through some shit. Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. So that was Predator. Fantastic movie. Love revisiting this one. Again, just one of the ones that, I could watch it year round, and I have usually watched it around Halloween just because it makes the most sense. So right off the bat, best performance in the movie done by Arnold, but also you had some great performances by Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, and also Bill Duke. I'm really a big fan of Bill Duke. He's been in a ton of Arnold movies over the years. He's a stunt guy, also actor. He's really solid, and he's one of those people that when you see him in a movie, you know it's going to be good. And he doesn't have like a major role in most movies, but he's one of those characters that's kind of in the background, but he's there and he always does a good job. So I always like seeing him. Right off the bat, the alien, the Yautja, the Predator, just a fantastic idea. Great execution of the concept. And if you're ever curious and want to know more about, that whole alien species, can't recommend enough Alien Theory on YouTube. He first and foremost deals with, aliens from the alien universe, but he also delves into some other aliens from different universes, even though, interestingly enough, the alien and the Yautja are in the same universe. So that's kind of why he talks about it, but he talks about other stuff too. It's primarily just about the alien universe, but he does have some content related to the Yautja, which is pretty interesting. I highly recommend that. I highly recommend anything on his channel, but also if you're curious more about the Yautja, want to learn more about them, yeah, go to his channel, Alien Theory. You can find videos on the Predator and different stories in the comics related to them, and also just more background, their weaponry, all that kind of thing. He's a solid source whenever it comes to anything sci-fi and alien-y, and yeah, he's always very reliable. So I think the thing that sets this movie apart from a lot of the other sci-fis is just how primal it is. You have a very simple story. It's the combination of the machismo and just the simplistic environment and situation that they're in. It's very much man versus predator or beast, that whole trope, just with a sci-fi twist on it. So the Yautja is an alien species where their entire society is built on this idea of hunting, and it's everything to them. And this is what they have done for centuries, if not thousands of years. I don't actually know how long they've been around, but they have, some pretty sophisticated technology, but their culture isn't really based on it. It does exist, and they do make use of it, but it's not, the driving force behind why they, carry on as a species. They have a sense of honor. You kind of saw that in the movie where at the end when he was fighting Dutch, he had been just running through the entire platoon, left and right without an issue. And Dutch was the first one to actually put up a decent fight, so he decided he was going to remove his mask and fight him one-on-one, just with, his bare hands. He wasn't using his laser gun anymore. His cloaking device had already been taken out from damage, so he couldn't use that anymore. And he just decided he was going to fight him, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. And it was fascinating because as tough as all those Marines were, this thing just plowed through him like they were nothing. And at the fight scene at the end was fascinating because it's the first time you ever see Arnold just manhandled like that. I said it was like a man fighting a boy, and that's exactly how it felt. Just like completely overmatched. And really, Dutch gets out of that situation through luck. He just so happens to get beat up in the direction of where one of his traps is. He tries to lead him into it. The Yautja is smart enough to avoid it and goes around to finish Dutch off, but just the perfect positioning to be underneath that counterweight log, gets hit with that, doesn't even kill him, and then Dutch goes in to finish him off, and at that point he's done for, so he just hits the self-destruct on his little Palm Pilot thing, and yeah, it's awesome. This is a great movie, and I love revisiting it. So something you probably do not know about this movie is originally they wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme to play the alien in this movie. The Yautja was not the original design for what they wanted. They wanted a man-like cricket person as the actual alien. I'm not joking. This is serious. You can go to Google and look up Jean-Claude Van Damme alien costume Predator, and you will find a picture of him because he actually did dress up in it. And the idea was Jean-Claude Van Damme at the time was a big rising, action star, and he was very athletic and acrobatic. So the whole idea was that this thing would like it's a giant cricket essentially, and it like hops around and moves like super fast and like kicks and does all this acrobatic stuff. And they wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme to do that in the role, but the suit that they made for him really restricted his movement, so he couldn't, jump around like he wanted and all that. So they had to scrap the idea, and they went with the Yautja instead, which I think is a much better idea and worked out a lot better for them. So this movie just has a bunch of great practical work. The costume on the alien is perfect. I mean, 1987, and the effects look great. The explosions are great. I really like the stealth. It's not perfect like compared to what you can see today, but it's still really, really good. And, 1987, that's pretty solid work. It doesn't take me out of it or anything like that. It still holds up. So overall, like solid action flick. Like there are some parts that are a little bit cheesy, but sometimes you're just in the mood for some cheese, and I can revisit this movie at least once a year and still enjoy it. It's still great. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, thanks for watching and peace.